Just a few days away from the Jacksonville Armada Football Club's first preseason game against the Philadelphia Union. The man behind the team spent some time on the soccer field himself. Head coach Tony Meola is a former American soccer goalkeeper who represented the U.S. national team in several World Cups, played Major League Soccer as well. This is his first season with the Armada, joining us now here on the morning show. Hey, good to meet you.
Bruce,
good to have you here.
Thanks for having me.
So a coach's job when he comes in is to change the culture. How have you seen the culture change with the Armada since you took over as head coach?
Well, when I looked at last year, the one thing that stood out to me was the fact that this team hadn't won games on the road. As talented as they were at home, I just thought that there may be something sort of in the makeup and the character of the team. And what I tried to do with the 8 or 9 guys that we've brought in so far is bring in guys that have won championships in other places, you know, guys that have been at the top of their league, at the top of their game, only because I think it's a mentality. You know, you go on the road. I always thought as a player it was much better to win on the road, you know, and get on the bus and you get that grin on your face, you know, than, you know, of course, marketers don't want to hear that, right? You want to hear winning at home. But I just thought that that's where we needed a change when you talk about culture.
You know, it's interesting that you bring that up because people think of athletics being a physical contest, but it's just as much of an emotional and mental contest.
Oh, no doubt about it. And going back to the road thing, I think that's where you have to be mentally strong. You know, when things don't go well for you on the road, there's periods of time in the game where things change, you know, and the momentum shifts to one team or another. And how do you deal with that mentally? And the other thing is, how do you deal with it, you know, when you get a bad call, the crowd's against you, everything seems to be piling up. And you've got to have guys that have been there before. And I think we've done a pretty good job of bringing those types of guys in. Now we've got to translate it onto the field.
And one of the advantages you have is you can say, guys, I've been on the field. I know. I'm not just some guy who sits in the front office. How have you taken your life's experience as a Major League Soccer player and helped the Armada become a better team?
Well, I've tried to stay away from my career. I've been on the field coaching for 25 years, so mostly at the youth level and recently the last couple of years at the national team level. I try not to talk about what I did unless someone asks me, you know, I saw a game or I've been in this situation. By the way, it makes you feel old when they start talking about those things. Or
they watched you as a kid.
Yeah, you were my hero, right? That's one that makes you feel, no, but I lend them whatever I can. And I try and do it in a way where I just encourage them to you know, we've brought guys here for a reason. I don't want to discourage them for for the reason we brought them here. You know, if you're a dribbler, you're a guy that goes at people, then that's what I want you to do. That's why I brought you here. I just, you know, I think more than anything, just giving guys confidence will go a long way with this group.
And I think there's another dynamic that you have to take into consideration here. Soccer was popular when you played, but even more so amongst the fans now, and especially here in Jacksonville, and that fan spirit and energy translates to the field.
Yeah, there's no doubt. I looked at what they did off the field last year, and it was important in making my decision to come. I was in a place in my life where, although I wanted to coach, you know, it needed to be the right situation for me to leave what I was doing. And, you know, our owner, Mark Frisch, put this organization together about 2.5 years ago now. And some great people in the organization. They've really embedded themselves in this community. And now we look forward to the 2016 season. We assume and hope that they'll all be out there again and bring a friend along. And it should be a fun year.
Jacksonville's a new home for you and your family. First thoughts?
Yeah, first thoughts is I have to get around. We're in preseason. I haven't seen it much, but where I'm staying right now and the facility and our office downtown. But I've been slowly getting around, and I love it. The fishing's good here. The people have been great. Everywhere we go, this team's recognized. So it's an exciting time here. We just got to capitalize on it and bring some kind of championship back here.
Good luck, man. Nice meeting you.
My pleasure.
We wish you all the best this season.